And we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. I'm Karma.
And I'm Glenda.
And we're just here to hang out for a little while. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Glenda. I do have to leave at 4 o'clock. I have to go pick my husband up tonight.
Okay.
We're with only having one vehicle. If I have appointments, then I have to take him to work.
Mm.
And then that means I have to go pick him up at 4:30, which means I have to leave at 4. So
oh, I totally understand. Hey,
we'll have to cut it short today. Rebecca, I'm so glad you're here. That's awesome. Oh,
that's
sweet of you to say.
I found where you are,
awesome.
Miss Rebecca.
Johnson. Hi.
Johnson.
So glad you're here. We didn't get a chance to chat earlier. I was scarfing down a quick lunch in Nampa before I left to come back home after my appointment.
Yeah.
So, anyway, how are you doing today? We didn't even get to exchange real pleasantries earlier. We were both rushing to get home.
Oh, I am so good. I went and got my hair did, is what I was just telling Karma. This is probably the prettiest you'll ever see because my stylist does such a good job with curling it. She goes, "You want it curled?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I knew I was coming in for the live.
Oh my gosh! Rebecca! Oh, congratulations!
Oh, girl. That's amazing.
That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you.
Now she's going to be like burning the roads down the road.
Freedom. So
I can go wherever I want to go.
Exactly. What did you get, Rebecca? Dish it.
Yeah, I want to hear. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so sorry, Mr. Grace's dog, you might hear him because he's barking. He's doing some alert work and I can tell the sound. But his daddy's outside. So he's alerting. I apologize if y'all hear him.
Not a problem. If Logan was home, we'd be hearing Bella barking her full head off.
Aww.
She's 14 and a half, and she is losing her hearing. I think she is mostly deaf, and she is going blind. She barks at anything. I think she forgets what she's barking about.
Yeah.
I think that she forgets that she has already eaten.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's losing it, sadly. So okay.
A Toyota Avalon.
A 98 Toyota Avalon. Some work needing to be done on it, but it's nothing major. Oh, that is awesome. I'd rather an older car than a new one, honestly.
Exactly.
You can actually work on an older car.
Yes.
That is awesome. I am so happy for you, Rebecca.
And Toyotas are really good brands, too.
Yeah. Stitching it up. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. That's awesome.
Aw, that is. No, my brother-in-law has a Toyota from, I want to say like 97, 98, and he is still driving it. And that car just keeps going and going and going and going. And yeah, I mean, he loves, I don't know what kind of Toyota he has. It's been a hot minute, but I know it's a good car. You know, if he's still driving it all these years later, you know. So I wish you the best with that, Rebecca. Hopefully, same thing. But I'm just so happy that you got a car.
It is the worst feeling ever when you don't have your own wheels. It truly is. I've been there. And when you get your own wheels back, the feeling of freedom, it's like no other.
Yeah.
So that is truly exciting news.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is. Aw. Well, I know, like, my nephew, he's in high school, and he text messaged me, a few weeks ago, and he said, um, could you pick me up from school? So I went and I picked him up and took him home. And then a couple days later, he did the same thing. He has his own vehicle. And so the second time I said, I bet you're like really bummed you had to text message me, and he goes, I hate it. And I said, oh, honey, I'm an old lady and I still hate it. So I said, you'll always love having your car and having that freedom and being able to go where you need to go or where you want to go, and
Absolutely.
I said, you're just getting started. And he's joining the military, so he's got to have a reliable car, because he's got some important duties to be doing when he gets done with high school.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, no, I hear you on that one, but that's what I told my nephew, even this old lady hates it because he was like, I hate it. I get it. No big deal. I get it.
Yeah. Well, we had a brief, like 6 months where we actually had 2 vehicles and we're back down to 1. And oh my gosh, I can't wait till we can get a second vehicle again, because the freedom.
Yeah.
Knowing that I could leave and not strand Logan, or he could leave and not strand me.
Right.
And I didn't have to worry if I made an appointment on the day that he worked.
Right.
Because before he worked only 1 day a week or 2. No, he was working 2 days a week. And it wasn't a big deal if I scheduled something.
Right.
And I could just take off and go and not worry if he had something come up or he was working or,
Right.
But,
yeah, I don't care for fancy new cars. There's too much technology in them, and it's the older ones are.
Even my 2006 Dodge Caravan, it's borderline.
I had a Dodge Caravan.
Oh, I love them.
Oh my God! I took mine over to England. I drove. That's what we had when we moved to England, and I drove that big hunkin' Dodge Caravan. They're good size.
Mine is a
British road. Oh, we had the extra,
the Grand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mine's just the regular Dodge Caravan. It's not the Grand.
Mine was the Grand.
I would own another one in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
they are so good. I've had mine now for 10 years.
Wow.
And I love that van.
I loved it too. Well, I had 3 kids, so we got the bigger one because we had 3 littles at the time. And we took it to England. I drove my American minivan on the other side of the road on roads that are half the size of what's in the United States. And I laugh about it because this is before backup cameras. I could back that big old hunkin' van into a small parking spot. Now, could you get your door open? Another story. It's another story. But I got so good at driving that vehicle over in England. Then we brought it back to the United States. So we imported it back. And somewhere on the ship, it rusted out parts of the van. And so, we had to get a different vehicle. We were visiting my in-laws before we were moving on to our next duty station. And my father-in-law looked at me and he goes, I got the car fixed good enough. Run it to the dealership, get a new one. And I went, okay. So we did. But man, that was such a good vehicle. They're reliable, and
they are. They really are. Especially if it's been taken care of.
Yeah.
This one, I got it. I was in a accident, and the van that I was driving was a good one. I loved it, and I was in an accident. I got rear-ended, and the insurance totaled the van. It needed to be because the lady, we were at a stop sign, and she just saw me creep forward and stop, and she just gunned it and hit me. I ended up permanently injured from that accident.
That's awful.
Yeah. And so from what they gave me for the other van, I didn't have very much to spend at all. But we found a little independent father-son dealership. I went in there and I looked at what they had. They had this van.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them they had it at like $2,300. No, they had it higher than that. And I went in there and I told them, I said, look, I have this amount of money. It's got to cover the cost of the vehicle. It's got to cover tax, title, license plates, everything. It has to cover everything. And that is the sum total of what we have to spend. I have nothing left for payments. And I said,
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, all in.
And I even took it to our mechanic, who I've been dealing with for 20 years. And they said, this is a very sound vehicle. You can't go wrong with this vehicle. And so when we went back and we talked to them, they said, well, we can do this, we can do that. We'll even put a new radio in it because this radio is not working.
Right.
And they did. They put a new nice radio in it. And they ended up dropping it down. I was trying to remember if they dropped it down to 2,300 or if they dropped it down to 16 from 2,300. Either way, we walked out of there, paid cash for it. And I think after registration and everything, we still had like $100 left out of the check. And hey, Molly. Sorry.
That's okay.
Molly's normally very timid, but she's picked on 2 of the outdoor cats to be her targets.
Yeah.
She's been bullied so much now she's decided to be a bully to 2 of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got it and it only had like 123,000 miles on it. We're now like 225,000 miles and it's still running great. And we've hardly put anything into it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Those are the best kind of vehicles. I have to tell you, my mom tells the story, so I'm not sharing anything that she hadn't shared, but they were trying to get out of car payments, like just they wanted to be done. And she had a pickup truck and she just was tired of the payment, and thought, well, let me see if I can find a vehicle to trade it in for a cheaper vehicle. And she found this vehicle at a dealership. And she went in with the salesman and she said, I know the value of my truck. I want this car and I'm going to walk out and pay $0 for this brand new vehicle. Brand new. Didn't have a whole lot to it. Not a whole lot to it. She went very basic. But the truck was worth more than this brand new car without all the fancy stuff to it. And the salesman kind of went, and he came back and he gave her a number and she said, no, I said $0. I'm walking out. We're buying this car and I'm paying $0. And he walks out and he works the numbers. He came back in, he did it again. And she said, now listen to me. $0. $0. So he went back and did it again. As they do, they hem-haw. I used to work in a dealership. That's all that they're doing is just hem-hawing and talking to their buddies. They're not really doing anything. So he comes back in. He goes, all right, you got a deal. Trade your vehicle. And she got rid of her car payments and got her vehicle $0.
That's awesome.
Brand new. But now, again, it doesn't have any fancy. There is like the fancy thing is that you put the key in the thing and turn it on. That's it. That's as fancy as it gets. But that's how my mother rolled. I'm like, man, I need you to work with me. Like, I want to find a vehicle and go $0. I want $0.
I need her help to get us a pickup.
Yeah.
0 payment pickup.
0 payment pickup. That's what
I don't need anything fancy. It just needs to be able to haul stuff, and it just needs to be able to get Logan to and from work and us down to Wendell and back.
Yep. 0 car payment. Yeah. It's a way to do it. Oh, Rebecca, I saw where she said she's calling her car the Green Machine. It's a dark green color. I love that name. I just have to just say that. I saw that and I thought, oh. And then Off-Grid World.
Sorry.
Off-Grid World said, got our truck for $3,000 and the guy was asking $45,000 and just told him that's all we have. That's a fantastic, I mean, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for being here, stitching it up. I appreciate you.
I don't know everybody's first names, but Off-Grid World is here, and I think that's the first time you've been here to our live.
Yeah, that's what they said. First live I've caught.
That's awesome. And then also Ace is here. Ace.
Oh, I missed
Ace Florida 1.
I missed. Oh.
Yeah. Is also here. And you've caught a lot of my lives in the past, but you haven't been here for a while. So welcome back. And have I missed anybody else? I don't think so. Stitching it up, I did see where you said that you're still watching my videos, and I appreciate that so very much.
That helps so much.
It does. Oh, wow. It really does. And I am so excited. I saw today that I have 470 subscribers.
What? We're almost to 500?
I am. I got to figure out where I'm at now because I just clicked. Okay, here we are. I also am almost to the halfway mark on my watch hours for the 500, the first level of monetization.
Yeah.
Almost to the halfway mark.
Aww.
I am getting there. I am so excited.
So excited. That's amazing. Congratulations. I remember that first 500 and it was like, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And then when I got to 1,000, I went, are you serious? Now I'm not monetized. I haven't put in the hours. I need to work on them. I'm so behind and I lost a ton of hours. They just fell off. It's within the last 365 days. So yeah, but that's okay. I'm just plugging along and I'm enjoying it. So that's no complaints.
We'll have to do something about that. We'll have to get you some hours.
I'd love to. I'd love to. I found so many channels through Survival Seeds 25. That's what I've done. I found quite a few as well.
That's helped me a lot. And then also going to Tuber Chat.
Yeah. Tuber
Chat really, really does help.
Oh, yeah. I've known Tuber Chat. I've been following him. I think he had like just a little over 500 subscribers at that point. And he's grown his channel too, and he's a huge supporter of the YouTube communities that are out there.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not active with him. I want to make that clear. I try to catch in, and I think the world of him. I need to be a little bit better, to be honest. But wonderful guy.
I catch almost every one of his lives, even if it's just for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Thank you, Ronson, for dropping her link.
Appreciate that, Ronson. Thank you.
But yeah, I make, even if it's only for 15 minutes, I will go to almost every single one of his lives, because when I first went to his channel, I think it's been about a year now. A year ago, I started. I was only at like somewhere between 50 and 75 subscribers.
Yeah.
And when I started with Tuber Chat, my channel really took off.
Wow.
And I thought, he's doing an incredible, incredible service to the YouTube community.
He is. He's an amazing guy.
He is. Absolutely. I had more fun interviewing him. And it was awesome.
He's so knowledgeable, and he one of the things that I appreciate, I don't catch all of his tuber chats, but then I catch his lives when he's like out in different places. That's what I catch the most of. And
I can't manage to catch those.
Oh, I do. And a lot of times he's in Niagara Falls area, and my family lives just on the other side of those falls, real close to Niagara on the US side. And yeah, so I love seeing that area. So I always seem to catch him for that. And he's just a lot of fun. And I've talked to him before, through Rambling with the Brooms.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the panel with one of his lives, and so I got to talk to him for a few minutes, and that was fun. He's just a wonderful guy, just in general. And Scott said he's what he is, and on what you see on YouTube is what you get in person with him.
That's awesome.
I like people like that.
I'll tell you, when I interviewed him, I was so nervous. Now, when I do my interviews, I don't have pre-planned questions.
Oh, okay.
I don't write questions down. I just allow, it's just like if two people were getting together to have a visit, sitting down over coffee, chatting. You don't plan a conversation with two friends. You don't write your questions down when you get together with a friend. No. So I don't plan my questions. I have an idea what I want to ask.
Yeah.
But I don't plan my questions. I did for Tuber Chat. I had it all planned out because I was so nervous. He's so big. He's so big. And so I had my questions all wrote out, and I was so nervous. But I logged into the studio, and he showed up. And when I logged in and he was there, he showed up upside down, and I bust out laughing, and he was fumbling around. He had a new setup.
Oh, no.
And I bust up laughing, and he chuckled, and he was fumbling around, and it totally broke.
See, he's normal like the rest of us. Yes.
And exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
It's put me at ease for the rest of the interview, just picturing him upside down on the screen, fiddling and fumbling around. And I thought, okay, this guy is nothing to be scared of. This guy is no different than the rest of us trying to figure it out on any given day and having the same exact issues that we face when we're trying to create a video or trying to create a live stream, and it just set me at ease. And we had the biggest chuckle over him showing up upside down on the screen. And he still tells that story every now and then.
I mean, he started out at the bottom too, and he's worked his way up, and he knows, and I think as content creators, I think that's so important to remember is that everybody started at the bottom. And if they're nice people in real, they're going to be nice, in private. And you get to find the real ones. And sometimes
you will find those people who are living a double standard.
Yeah.
You will find those people who are one way on screen and a totally different way in real life.
Yeah.
That is not Kevin.
No. I heard he is exactly, because Scott met him in person, and Scott said that he is exactly what he is on Tuber Chat, like just the real deal. I've met a lot of really interesting people, like on the celebrity side of things, and it's there are a few that I can honestly say what you see on TV is what you get in person. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy those people. And it's the same thing in the YouTube community. I don't get nervous anymore about meeting people. I think I had that ice broken with going to certain events with a nonprofit. And I've had an opportunity to meet a lot of really cool people and hang out with them, like for a few days. And
you would think that I wouldn't get nervous. I've met the governor of Idaho way back in 2003. I met the governor of Idaho, shook his hand, and
Yeah.
had chances to talk with dignitaries and stuff like that. And you would think that I'd be past that, but because of who Kevin is, I was really
he's
nervous.
just so genuine, though.
I think that we tend to put people on a pedestal when they're doing such a huge thing for the community, like Kevin does, and when they have such a huge channel, you know. And
no, I understand that. It's a different community for me, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
One of the biggest takeaways I have from that interview is they're just as real as we are.
They are.
And
they put their hands on the same way we do.
There's no need to put them up on a pedestal because they're going to come in upside down just like the rest of us.
I mean, that's just the way it goes.
You know? And we all have our fumbles and our mistakes when we're recording, and
we do
forget to hit record when we've just recorded an entire 30-minute video and have to redo it.
Yeah, I've done that.
And forget to turn on our microphones when we're outside and record an entire video without sound.
I've done that. Check.
You know, we've all done those.
I've on live and not had the microphone turned on. You know, and that's all people are seeing.
Yeah. We've all had those things happen. And, you know, and so I learned some things in doing that interview that will make it so much easier when I interview some of these other big channels that I'm in the process of trying to get.
Yeah.
I have a couple that they each have their own pages, and both of them are well over 100,000 subscribers. And they've promised that they would do interviews with me, but I haven't been able to reconnect with them. Oh, yes. This is Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I just saw the comment there. But I haven't been able to reconnect with them to set up a date for certain when I'll do that. I even have a country music star who has turned his life around. He left Nashville and he's turned his life around, and now he and his wife travel the country, and they're evangelists, and they have gone to Carolinas to help after the flooding. They've gone into other regions where the flooding was really bad, and they have helped as part of their ministry. I'm in the process of, I almost had them for January 1st. January 1st, but for the first Meet Me Monday in January. And then they had something happen and they had to cancel. But so I've got a country music star going to come on. Awesome. And if I was to say the name, some of you would recognize it.
Fantastic.
So, and I've met this guy. He came to our church and performed, and I've shook his hand, and Ronson's met him.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And his wife, and you know, so I know that when I do these interviews with these other bigger people, I won't be as nervous as I was with Kevin, because I'll just remember that they can come in upside down too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I used to do interviews, and I stopped, and I had an interview is still on the channel, and she's from the same foundation that I was a fellow with. She was a fellow and I'm a fellow, and I enjoyed that conversation, and I'm so glad I captured it. She had brain cancer and has since graduated to heaven. And then after that, I had quit with the interviews. I just had people come on, just chat. But interview-wise, and I left it and I shared the video out with the foundation. And I'm like, it was so neat to see a different perspective because I come from a caregiver world, and and she, you know, a lot of people, they in my community, because I'm in the military and veteran caregiver connection, and sometimes we lose ourselves in that identity. That's all we are, is we're caregivers, and it was just so much fun to see a different side of her, because for her, gardening was her thing. And that's my thing too. And chickens. And there are a lot of fellows that are, and I'm saying fellow not as a guy, but fellows, right, our title, right, that we're into homesteading and loving. That's kind of like our outlet. And I love that she shared that with everybody. And it was nice to have another fellow on my channel, you know, from my community, that besides YouTube. So yeah, I haven't done it since, but that's my reasoning. Is I kind of almost, that's sacred to me. I adored her, and yeah, it's just, she's a beautiful soul, beautiful woman, inside and out. I mean, fought the good fight, you know, and yeah, so that's my reasoning. But I love stuff like, you know, like, let's see, I had to go back because I had to miss it. Oh yeah, it was, she's talking about Tuber Chat, Ronson, yeah. But yeah, are you talking about me? You had to go, maybe you're talking about me. I can tell you who it is.
Oh no, I think he's referring to the music star that I'm.
The music star. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she finished the race. She did, and she left her warrior. Unfortunately, she graduated to heaven, and then shortly afterwards, he graduated to heaven. So they're both together. But yeah, so it was. I don't know, it was one of the most.
Tiffany, welcome in.
Hey, Tiffany. I was thinking of you the other day.
Tiffany's going to be my guest on Monday.
Really? I was thinking of Tiffany. Honestly, I don't know why, but Tiffany's been on my heart, and I don't know why. And I'm glad you're here, Tiffany.
Yes, I am too.
I'm thinking of you, girl. So I need to go back and catch up on some of your videos. But that's not why. I just had you on my heart, thinking about you. Aw, your kitty cat is sitting right there.
Let's see which way I need to go.
Aww.
This is Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. Miss Beautiful.
She is the queen bee. She is the mother of all the kittens that we have right now.
She's got pretty markings on her face.
She does.
Beautiful little lady. And looks like she's got a little necklace, like
right here.
Well, around her neck. No, the coloring of her fur.
Oh, yeah, she has she looks like she's dirty.
I was thinking she's wearing a necklace like me, you know, like, because, like, well, I mean, I got something brown.
It's really pale, dirty brown.
It's beautiful.
And it is, but it almost looks like she needs to clean her face.
Oh, I thought maybe a necklace. I'm like, she's royalty there.
Oh, she's queen, all right. She's a cranky queen.
When I went and got my hair done, there is a small little building where I go, my stylist is at. There's another one that works. She brought her little dog in, and I'm just waiting for Sir Grace's dog to realize that I cheated on him. This little dog come running up to me. He was a golden doodle. I know, he's a miniature golden doodle, and he come running and he jumped up on me, and I got down there. I'm like, oh, hello. And then I thought, I am going to be in so much trouble with my husband's dog. And he has yet to sniff me over yet. Because, you know, you cheat on your animals. They know.
Oh, they know.
They know.
They totally know.
He doesn't know it yet. Maybe because I barely got in the house enough to say hi.
I know both of us were rushing in to get into the live stream in time.
Yeah, I had a hair appointment, and then because of where it was located, I have to cross a bridge that we pay tolls with. And so it was like, let me get all this errand stuff done before I have to pay the tolls to come back across the bridge, because there's no other way to do it. and you can't like skip around and hit a different bridge. I mean, you have to take this bridge. There's no other way. Well, there is, but then I'd be going out 2 hours in one way and then 2 hours back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I live at. So I was like, I gotta go to Costco. I got to get a couple of things. I bought myself some plum trees because I'm trying to like add things to the garden, you know. And they had I think they were like $17 and they're a good size. So we'll see. And then
I refuse to add anything more to our land because they have in the contract, which I have yet to sign. They have it in the contract that if you put anything in the ground, it's theirs.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be putting anything in the ground. I wouldn't be giving them no retail value on that thing. No, I have 2 peach trees and mine are in huge pots, just cheap ones that I bought from Home Depot, the plastic ones, and they're doing really good. And I think I'm going to put the plum trees in pots this year and just let them go out. I could technically put them in the ground because we own our property, but I'm not exactly sure where I want to put it. So I figured for pots now. And a lot of people grow fruit trees in pots. I've been following she's in the dark. Do. There she comes.
There we go. I don't know what it's doing that today. It's really crazy.
I know a lot of people who grow produce or fruit trees and they do just fine in pots. So
I do have a bunch of those great big huge cattle protein tubs.
Yes, those are nice.
I want to grow figs.
I have figs. I grow Chicago hardy figs.
Okay, and those would grow here. And there's also 1 or 2 other variety that would grow here. And I really, 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 really want to try it.
So if you put them in, they're better in pots, but if you put them in the ground, you have to be very careful that you don't put them up on your foundation of your house or anywhere where there's sewer lines. You need to be at least 20 feet away from anything because of the way that their root system is. So in a pot, I know a lot of people who do that too, and they grow great. Last year, I got enough figs to make fig jam, and it is my cheating meal to have that and a little piece of brie cheese and on a cracker, and that actually can be a meal for me because I'm like, oh, so good. And I made the fig jam with local wine. And it's a ball recipe that I found, and a little bit of rosemary for it. The rosemary sounds weird, but it actually gives it that hint. Oh, it's so good.
We have so many wineries around here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. There's the winery. There's the Bittner winery. There's Sunny Slope. There's oh gosh, I don't even know all the wineries around here. There's a wine trail that you can take. There's a tour. And that's just here in the Treasure Valley. Then you go down towards the Magic Valley and Paradise Valley, and there's even more wineries.
I think
that's an ideal wine growing region.
I don't remember it being a wine region when I was there, but I have to be honest, I was so young. I was into Boone's Farm. Like that was like the screw top, you know? That's what I got. But I wish I had done
Arbor Mist.
Well, no, we did Boone's Farm. I mean, that was
Boone's Farm and Arbor Mist are pretty similar.
They're pretty similar, but we were laughing about it being the screw top wine. Me and my girlfriends, we'd sit outside and we're like, it's the screw top. And then when somebody would bring one with a cork, we're like, ooh, we're fancy now. It was like a cheap bottle, you know. Ooh.
Oh, hi, Lynn.
Hey, Lynn. I told her I was live. Yes, I told her I was going live.
We were talking about Meet Me Monday, and I actually wanted to bring something up.
Okay.
About that. And I was actually disappointed in my Meet Me Monday yesterday.
Oh.
I had a channel on that's very, very new.
Okay.
Well, one of the channels. This creator has 2 channels. One of them is not so new. The other one is very new.
Okay.
And very lesser known. And I feel like every time I have a channel like that, my viewership plummets. If it's a channel that everybody knows, they want to come, they want to hear about somebody that they already know. The purpose of Meet Me Monday is to introduce channels that you don't know about so that maybe you might learn about a new channel. And if it's a channel that everybody already knows, then I get anywhere between 10 and 25 people now. But if it's a channel that nobody's heard of, I get between 3 and 5 people. I think yesterday I hit maybe 7 for about 5 minutes. And I was so disappointed. Because that's not the point of Meet Me Monday.
Right.
Meet Me Monday is to learn about new channels.
Right.
This guy has 2 very unique channels.
Oh.
They're totally different from each other. One, first of all, he is very shy and it's hard for him to communicate. So yes, it was hard to pull him out and hard for him to do the interview. It was a shorter than normal Meet Me Monday. But he does one channel that's devotionals, and one channel he does models.
Oh, that's cool.
He builds models. He does diamond painting.
Wow.
He has some really unique content. And as soon as he gets his graphic card fixed in his computer, he'll also have his 3rd channel, which is gaming streams.
Oh, that's a huge network. Those gaming streams.
Yeah, and
huge.
His devotional channel, he has, or last time I looked, he had 22 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
And I really wanted to help him, encourage him, and promote his channels, all of them. But especially the 2 that are currently up and running. And I don't understand why people will only come for the channels they know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
really
not hard to answer. Yeah.
The point is to meet new channels. It's Meet Me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're a small content creator. You look forward to being a guest on in hopes that maybe it'll help expose your channel as a newbie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, and I'm trying to get new people that I don't even know.
Yeah.
Because I'm struggling to get people that I do know. And so if I can't get people that I do know to come on the channel for an interview, then I got to go beyond that. So it's not always going to be people that you know. It's going to be people that you don't know. And this is an opportunity to broaden your horizons and meet new people. And if you're not going to be willing to meet new people, it's just as good as a high school clique or a junior high clique.
Yeah.
And I feel like our community is better than that.
Yeah.
I just felt really disappointed yesterday.
Well, I mean, it's still on the channel for people to go back and check out too. So that's still a win. And it looks like you've got people going in and subbing, which is awesome.
That's awesome. And I do appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah. I see everybody doing that. That's awesome.
I just feel like if it's a channel they don't recognize, are they going to watch it on a replay?
I don't know.
You know? And I just really hope that people will take the time to get to know channels that they don't know.
It's important. It's important. It's important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because I didn't know you.
And
you didn't know me. And now look.
I know. I'm looking at, I mean, it's important to get to know other people too. And that's something I've enjoyed. I've learned a few new people recently, which is great. Which is great.
Ronson was there for the show yesterday. He said he was really interesting. He does some 3D printing models and even some diamond art on the one channel.
There's a suggestion, maybe title it with special guest.
I do.
Okay.
I do. It's always Meet Me Monday with special guest, and then I list the name of their channel. That's how I always title it.
Well, he's saying leave it generic, so maybe not mention who it is. I think off-grid. I don't know. I'm sorry, off-grid. I don't know what your name is, so please forgive me. But
well, I can't leave it generic because of the way that I do my thumbnails. It always it shows the background is their banner, and then it has my logo, and then it has their logo on
you know what you could do? I'm going to take a play. It's not my idea. I'm taking it from MT Homestead. Do you ever follow them?
I follow so many, I don't know.
Okay, so MT Homestead, when they want to do like a channel shout out, and it's just like they're just kind of their fun way of promoting other channels. They use different pictures to see if you can put the pictures together to figure out if you can figure out who the guest is or who the person that they're going to shout out, and maybe something like that, and see like for me, maybe like, you know, hearts or something with grace and then some fire. You know what I mean? Like instead of saying grace and fire, use like pictures and see if you can figure it out. Make it a fun game.
Pictogram.
Yeah, pictogram. That might be a way to do it. Speaking of Tuber Chat, who is running late. Hey, Kevin, we were talking about you. You're gonna have to hit the rewind. Hope your ears were burning.
Talking about you.
Clean them out. It's all good. It's all good. Clean your ears out. We've been talking about you in a good way. All
absolutely. Good. Thank you. I appreciate the share.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still encouraged. I still enjoy and love doing the interviews. Maybe it's just coming on the heels of I sent out 10 emails to different channels and got declined by 2 and never heard back from the other 8.
I think that's pretty normal though, because I know another channel that has had the same thing.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now who do I reach out to? Because I have one interview scheduled and nobody else lined up after this.
All right, you guys, in the chat, so, if you would like, we can open it up. If you are interested in doing,
I have an interview request form on my about section, and I fill it out. It'll give me your link, your email,
or just
all the information that I need, so that I can. Let's see.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's not at all about
spreading. Yeah. Oh no, I agree with Bronson.
I'm not trying to promote my channel at all.
Yeah,
this is all about lifting up other channels and promoting them. And
there you got one. create and relate. Would it make you smile if I agreed to come on?
It absolutely would. Just go to my About section, and I think it's the second link. I think it's right below my email. There is an interview request form. It's a Google form.
Yeah.
Just fill that out, and I will be in touch with you. All of April is open, and I think March 31st is open.
My aunt said something. Now, I wasn't going to call the channel out, but I was actually talking about the official Ann Lynn show. She said, we've interviewed hundreds, but now it's hard to get a channel. They have reached out to hundreds. They've been doing this now. Aunt Lynn, is it 6 years that you were interviewing? And it's and they just wanted to share the channel out. I'll tell you a couple of channels that they interviewed, and they interviewed them when they were small. So Aunt Lynn, it's no drop in the bucket. Black's Tropical Homestead had about 30 subs.
I reached out to them, and they can't do it right now. They will get back to me.
Yeah, they're busy now, but when they had 30 subscribers, that's when Aunt Lynn and Mom interviewed them. And then Andale Homestead's another one.
I've already done her.
Yeah, but we have watched those channels blow up. So, and their channel, my point is that the official Ann Lynn channel's numbers are not as big as these other two channels, but what you're doing with interviewing smaller channels can help make the channel grow bigger. But my aunt and Mom's channel is not very big. If you compare it to Black's Tropical and to Ann Dale's, their channels have blown up.
Yeah, I have I'm not doing the interviews to promote me.
No, yeah,
I'm doing it solely to promote others, and it's my way of giving back to others.
Absolutely, I hear that so loud and clear.
That is what Meet Me Monday was set up for.
Yeah.
Barry, welcome in.
Create and relate. She can totally work it out because she and I are in two totally different zones. I'm in the Eastern time frame.
Absolutely. And there are ways for you to still be interviewed, even if you work during my normal interview time. So don't let the time slot. Kevin, I reach out to channels that are as little as 20 people. In fact, on Monday, I interviewed Octal's Modeling Kits and Warrior Spirits, the same creator. So the size of the channel does not matter to me at all. It's a matter of whether you have content and you're actively working on your channel.
Absolutely.
That's what matters.
Absolutely. And I've seen a channel help channels grow too. I mean, again, going back into, no problem, Aunt Lynn, going back into Black's Tropical and Andale, we've seen those channels blow up. I mean, huge numbers. And Mom and Aunt Lynn and I talk all the time, and it's like, it's such a blessing to see those channels grow. And they didn't interview them when they were big. They interviewed them when they were small. I mean, like real small.
The only thing that I have started asking people to do when they come on to be interviewed is that once they receive the link to get into the studio, once that's been created, I ask them to share the live stream out on their channel. That is the only thing I ask, so that their people can be a part of the chat.
Absolutely.
Only thing I ask of them in return.
Yeah.
So,
and then Create Light says, I'm in the UK, and we'll fill out the form and see if we can get the event figured out. I used to live over there. What part? I used to live in Suffolk area. I used to live pretty close to Cambridge.
I interviewed Charinator, who is in Scotland.
Oh, wow.
And that one was an interesting one. Quite challenging because his brogue is pretty thick. And I am hard of hearing. Even with hearing aids, it's very challenging to decipher sometimes. Yeah. But
if you build it, they will come. That's true. That's what I'm saying. Keep going at it. Don't,
Yeah.
and you have a giving heart. That's what I hear when you say this. I want to make, I stand with you. You want to help. You have a giving heart. You want to, promote others.
Yeah,
And the
I just
Northwest
want to do
side,
it for other people.
yeah,
I want to help other people, and this is how I can do it.
yeah.
So, and I'm coming up on a year that it'll be a year, I think, in May,
Okay.
since I started doing this.
Okay.
And,
That's amazing. It flies.
I love doing the interviews. I love meeting people and talking to them.
Yeah.
And it is no pressure. It's just two people sitting and having a chat. So
I'm very loud when I get going, so you'll hear me just fine.
That's okay. I can control your microphone.
That works. I don't know. I think that works. He'll be able to help you out. For sure. So you're from the northwest side of England. Okay. It's beautiful country there. Very, very beautiful. That'd be a good interview for you, Karma.
I had a very, very, very special dear friend that lived in Leighton Buzzard.
Oh, wow. Do a multi-panel chat for you. Oh, yeah. Do a my mom has done that for your 1 year.
I might do that. Maybe bring back some people and see if the interviews help them at all, or
what. Off grid, take a breath. We all get nervous, and it's okie dokie to be nervous. That means you care. That's what I know, and you'll do just fine. You'll do just fine.
Off grid world. I had a couple of people come on. One of them was so extremely nervous that we did a pre-recorded.
Yes.
And afterwards, she started doing her own lives and was doing lives right and left and constantly, and was just so at ease. She was terrified to even show her face on the camera. But afterwards, she said that I put her at ease and made her feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And she just almost immediately started doing her own lives. So there's no reason to be nervous.
No.
The other person was almost the same way. She would only show her icon. And now she is up on screen and she's doing her own lives right and left. And
I'm working on someone right now.
I hear it time and again from people who say that they're nervous.
Yeah.
But I have a way of putting people at ease. So
you'll do just fine. You'll be in good hands. I've done it with her, and very good hands. I promise. And I have someone that I'm working on right now. I'm going to work with him. He's a family friend. He has a channel. It's called Trip Up the Mountain. He lives with MS. And he has autism, and he's defining what that looks like each and every day. He's friends with Sir Christ. And so that's, a genuine guy and inspirational and motivational. And I'm like, Trip, you need to go live. And so at some point, won't be an interview, but we're going to have him live on my channel, Grace and Fire, and teach him how to do this, because I want you all to see him doing these marathons that he's out there doing and these races and whatnot, and kind of put yourself in his shoes, because he is one awesome dude. But let me say, I would
love to have him on sometime when he's ready. I would love to interview him.
Yeah. Well, we're going to break the ice together, him and I, and we're going to hold hands, and I'm going to have him on my channel, and then I'll send him your way, because I think you would.
Awesome.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yeah. He's a wonderful guy. So, but I promised I'd hold his hand. so I'm going to hold his hand. Yeah.
Honestly, and if you've already been on here.
Yeah.
And a channel that would be a good candidate and whatever, send them my way.
Absolutely.
And if you've not been on yet, fill out that form and let's get you on the calendar. We can work around your schedule. There's ways to do that.
There is. And you'll be in good hands. You're good.
I am in the Mountain time zone, which is 2 hours behind Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's noon Eastern, it's 10 a.m. Mountain. So
yeah, you have autism and MS in the family. Trip Up the Mountain is a channel you should check out because he lives with it and he defines it. And he is the real deal in person. Like what you see on camera is what you see in person. He's that sweet.
We have autism in our family and other
Same
disabilities.
Same. We have MS in ours as well on Sir Grace's side of the family, and we have autism. I have nieces and nephews with it, and so yeah. And then lupus runs with MS, and that was what Sir Grace's mom had was lupus. So it's a hard thing. You're still recovering, but getting better. Good, keep getting better. So what time is okay? So
it's
Carmen, what time?
4 p.m. right now.
4 p.m. And so is it 7, 8, 9, 10,
It's
11?
1 p.m. on Mondays, my time. So it would be 8 p.m. your time, create and relate.
Is it midnight or is it 1 in the morning, create and relate? I'm trying to remember what the time difference is.
11 p.m. her time.
Okay.
They're 7 hours ahead.
Of you.
Right, of me. Sorry.
I was trying to remember because we came from Idaho and went to England.
So it'd be 6 hours ahead of you, right?
Is it 7 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time or 7 ahead of Mountain?
It's 7 hours ahead of Mountain, 6 ahead of Central,
5
ahead of Eastern.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Okay.
Yeah.
And fibro. Yep, we have fibro in the house, in the family too. So it's 11 o'clock. Okay, 2200 is 11 o'clock. Okay, you're on Mountain Time. It's 3 there. Okay.
Mountain, it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock right now.
Unless are you in Arizona? Because some places don't change.
Then it would be in Pacific time.
Well, they still go by Mountain, but they just don't change time. They stay.
Okay. They might say Mountain, but that would be Pacific time.
Yeah, a lot of them don't.
Because
a lot of them do daylight savings time. I know Arizona did. We stayed still when we lived there. Oh, British Canada. Okay, so they wouldn't. British Columbia and Canada is what I meant to say. Mm-hmm. They don't change times. Okay. So they call it Mountain.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's Pacific to us because it's an hour behind us. All right.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I love the phones because if I wanted to know what time it is, I'll just type it in and go, what time is it there?
Yeah.
So, well, okay. Hey, girl, it is 4 o'clock.
Right. Well, yeah, I am going to have to scoot. I've got to go pick up my husband from work. This has been good, and I appreciate you guys letting me vent a little bit. I don't mean to sound whiny.
Oh, I didn't think you sounded whiny. I did not think.
Well, I feel like I'm being whiny.
No. I'm telling you, I heard your heart, and you just want to be a blessing to other channels, and that's what I heard. And I think everybody else can relate too, because you did not sound whiny. That
really is what it is, and I truly do just want to bless others. And that's all I really want to do is bless and be a blessing.
Absolutely.
And to lift other channels up. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't get to see yesterday's live and check out those channels, if you would, go back and watch yesterday's Meet Me Monday. And maybe just go and say hi to Octal. Even if you don't subscribe, just say hi to him and let him know that you saw the interview. And then if you are interested in being interviewed and having the opportunity to promote your channel, please do fill out the interview request form so that I have all of your pertinent information and we can look at getting you on the calendar. That would be fantastic. If you know of another channel, that would be a good candidate, then as long as they're creating content, it does not matter how many subscribers they have. because this is about helping them get noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
So send them my way. Have them fill out the form. That would be great. I would like my calendar full for the next 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to wonder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So anyway, I do have to scoot. So I want to thank everybody for being here and supporting Glenda and myself. And
thank you for always having me. I love Talk About It Tuesday.
I do too.
Awesome.
This is so fun.
I look forward to it.
I do too. And so we will be back. I will somehow get this week's thoughts for Thursday recorded and edited and up on Thursday.
Awesome.
I will do it.
You got it. You got it. You'll get it.
And then on Monday, our very own Canadian Family Life, Tiffany, will be here for her interview. And I am so looking forward to that.
She's such a lovely gal. You're going to have such a good interview.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. I am going to love it. Mm-hmm. And then we will be back next Tuesday for more Talk About It Tuesday.
Super excited.
So thank you guys so much for being here. And I will see you next time.
Bye,
Bye guys.